Yeah. Lil Brunson back at you with the back at you, and I am the best reporting on the Eagles. Listen, man, this video is brought to you by MANSCAPED. You already know the vibes. MANSCAPED is leading the way in cutting-edge technology for today's man to keep them groomed and up to par. You know what I'm saying? Listen, man, if you got a field, trim the field so she can come play on the field. You already know the vibes. Also, this video is brought to you by Print Champs. You know what I'm saying? Hurt season hats, all LB merch, all influencer merch that's linked up with Print Champs will be found on the Print Champs website. So make sure you tap in with that too. Listen, man, shout out my guy Albert, man. My guy Albert hit me with the DMs on Twitter with this one, man. Listen, man, real stand-up dude, man. Always hit me with some knowledge and some things to think about. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking about this draft in multiple different ways right now, actually, man. This draft is a different kind of draft. And with the patterns that Howie Roseman has been showing, it's almost seems like that Howie Roseman should be drafting in day 2 and after. Let that sink in. Howie Roseman should be drafting in probably day 3 of the draft based upon this new data that's coming out. So I think about in rounds 1 through 4, Howie Roseman is always in the bottom half of the NFL percentage in selecting players in those rounds. I think he reaches, I think he overthinks it, and I don't think he listens to his guys. This is proven data. I don't know how they come up with the metrics and the numbers for this, but Howie Roseman is amongst the worst in rounds 1 through 4. Now, when you're talking about rounds 5, 6, and 7, Howie Roseman is top 10 in drafting in situations like that. So it makes you wonder, man, should Howie Roseman, this is how I see it, man. I think Howie Roseman should be absolutely listening to his team and his coaches in the first 2 days of the draft. It should be a collective decision. Howie Roseman should not have to say so. Listen, numbers don't lie, man. Numbers don't lie, man. And if I'm an owner and if I'm Jeffrey Lurie and I'm seeing this trend, this alarming trend, and my GM has the control and he's making the calls on picks like this, and he is just missing on early picks, he is absolutely missing on early picks, then you got to change something up. You got to change something up, man. Who's the advisor to Howie Roseman? I feel like Howie Roseman has to answer to more people than just Jeffrey Lurie, because Jeffrey Lurie is looking at a pattern. If everybody else can see this pattern and Jeffrey Lurie still continuing to go with this pattern, it's crazy to me, man. Do you want to change for the better or do you not? When's the last time the Philadelphia Eagles actually drafted a guy who was just a young stud, a young all-pro stud? The last person was Carson Wentz, and he's out of the building. Before Carson Wentz, who was it? Miles Sanders after Carson Wentz? Arguably. But coaching has hampered Miles Sanders' success to going to the next level. Who is it? Who was the young guy that we drafted that's selling jerseys nationwide, not just in the Philadelphia area? We haven't had we look at Justin Jefferson caliber players as rookies. We stare them right in the face, and we don't pick them, and they feel like that they got to get with us. They got to bust us over the head next time they see us. We pass on dudes like DK Metcalf. We pass on great pass rushers. We pass on great offensive linemen. You know what I'm saying? We pass on so many options and so many players that can help this franchise for these reaches. It's been a bunch of reaches. Like McNutt, Josh Huff. It's been a bunch of reaches. And data like this just shows. The data just shows that Howie Roseman shouldn't be picking in the early days. What's that? He shouldn't be picking in the early days. That's me right here. You know what I'm saying? That's me. What's up, man? I think that's MANSCAPED. Right on time. Yes, ma'am. I think that's MANSCAPED. You know what I'm saying? But stuff like this just show. Hey, appreciate you, man. Thanks, bro.
Have a good day.
Thank you. Yes, sir, from MANSCAPED. This is exactly what we've been looking for. Yeah, and data like that just shows that, you know, he has to be going. How you doing? Data like that just shows that he has to, you know, be thinking about this different and approaching this with a different mindset. You know what I'm saying? I just don't think that he's the guy. I just don't think that overall he's the guy for day 1. Now, maybe day 2 or something after that. Yeah. But you know what I mean? Now that we just got this bundle from the Scape, let's pop this bundle open real quick. Yes, sir. It is crazy how the universe works. As I'm talking about MANSCAPED, they pulled up with a package. Listen, man, listen. The package that I just got is ridiculous. Obviously, I threw the t-shirt on from the package, but listen, I'm going to do an extensive review on this Manscaped bundle that I just got, featuring the Lawnmower 3.0 tomorrow. This weekend is my birthday weekend, so I got some festivities lined up. We're going to be drinking some brown water. I got some festivities lined up, so, you know, yeah, we're going to do it that way. Tomorrow from my location for the day, my location for that day, we're going to talk about these Manscaped products and how just how dope they are, man. So, yeah, man, just to get back to the meat and potatoes, man. Yeah, man, Howie Roseman just ain't cutting it early in the draft. Later in the draft, he seems to, you know, be one of the best one of the best guys picking in the late ends of the draft. And we need that to kind of reverse. We need a better balance or something like that, man. I mean, in terms of the value that people are putting on late round draft picks, you know what I'm saying? So a chart came out. Listen, the Philadelphia Eagles have the most picks in this draft so far. I don't know exactly the number of other teams right now, especially with the amount of picks that, you know, Baltimore got for letting go of Orlando Brown. That was breaking news as well. I don't know how many picks Baltimore has, but, you know, before that trade, the Philadelphia Eagles had 11 and everybody else was trailing the Philadelphia Eagles. I don't know if somebody else had 11 or not, but the value of our picks are barely top 10, or aren't even top 10. Let me put that in let me say that a different way. There are teams with 8 picks, 5 picks, 6 picks, stuff like that, who have a better value than we do. Basically, most of our picks are in the later round. So when you see the Philadelphia Eagles under Howie Roseman making a lot of these moves and making a lot of these calls and adjustments, you have to understand that Howie Roseman is a guy who's willing to take a late round pick because he feels comfortable that he can land a gem. And he has been landing gems. He's been a top 10 guy late rounds in the draft. But the Hall of Fame guys, the rookies who are going to make the Pro Bowl, going in between 1 and 4 most likely. So Howie Roseman got to try to focus on hitting there, where the pool is much deeper with talent. It seems like it's a drop in the bucket to you know, really think that you're going to make somebody, you know, somebody in the 6th round. It seems like a drop in the bucket, but Howie Roseman is one of the best guys drafting late in the draft when nobody else cares for some reason. So the homework is being done on guys. I think more homework has to be done and more common sense picks have to be made early in the draft. I mean, I'm not really interested in what you can do in the 6th round and the 7th round. Listen, Howie Roseman has been good in those rounds, but how many of those guys made a Pro Bowl? Them guys have probably just been impact players for a couple weeks. How many late round picks has Howie Roseman drafted that has really, really made an impact for us in the last 5 years? Slim to none, man. So, I mean, Howie Roseman, man, you know, with this draft being less than a week away, Howie Roseman got to go out there and show and prove, man. Simple as that. Let me know what you think in the comments.